Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. We're just jumping in. The bottom line of why I call this the Crazy Troll Nation is I start a video sometime and forget to tell y'all who I am. Hello, my name is Dion. If you're new here, welcome. We usually start with chapstick, but I have a Tillamook that was gifted to me. This is mint chocolate chip ice cream scented and flavored. Always moisturize your lips, y'all. I use this and I use chapstick throughout the day. I put on chapstick before I go to sleep at night, and I never need lip scrubs or lip masks or anything. And so I do know some people are not able to use chapstick, but something inexpensive like this, you know, a few bucks versus a $20 lip mask or whatever, y'all just think about it. Just think about it. Anyway, so I call this the Crazy Troll Nation. Enjoying your videos, enjoying what you do, and also enjoying whatever other channels you watch on YouTube. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. As you're watching beauty related content, try not to feel like you need to use what they use, how they use it, apply it how they do. Use whatever you want to, however you want to, because you need to be satisfied with how your makeup looks. The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation, crazy concept. Hear me out if you're new here. Wait for it. Self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to or when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Know that you are fine the way you are. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That's what we stand for here at the Crazy Troll Nation. Loving yourself and just owning it and rocking it. I do curse on my channel sometimes. If you're new here, I need to let you know that because I curse sometimes, period. So thank you for being here. If you're returning, what's up, my troll fam? We're gonna put Pat McGrath, oh, I'm a label whore and a chapstick whore, and sounded like something just fell. Label whore, chapstick whore, and a brush whore. So we're gonna put Pat McGrath against Haus Luvs, because I remember saying how when I got deep level 9, I'm going to show it to you. Deep level 9, I was hoping was going to bronze me. These are bronzers. I have been wearing medium level 7. This is medium level 7. It looks darker than deep level 9, and deep level 9 on me is the little rosy. So I'm kind of confused. And medium level 7, because I have labels everywhere, is described as medium to medium deep, warm rosy undertones. Deep level 9 is described as medium deep to deep, cool golden undertones. But this shows up on me rosy. This shows up on me golden. Like a cool golden. Or more kind of neutralish. Either one of these on their own as a bronzer / contour, I use them interchangeably. They work for me. I cannot go wrong with it. But last time I applied these, I used deep level 9 as a blush, medium level 7, excuse me for the glare, as a bronzer and contour. And I thought, you know what? That's the same thing that I kind of do. Well, not kind of, but that's the same thing I do with Pat McGrath Bronze Divinity. I use this as a bronzer, and I use the Desert Glow bronzer as a blush. So I thought, let's just do one on one side and the other on the other side and see how similar they look. Keep in mind, Desert Glow is the bronzer that has some radiance to it. So it's a little bit of sheen, a little bit of sparkle, but not glittery and not like a highlighter type thing. So that's what we're going to do today, and I am doing other videos after this one, so this will already be done. I have on the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, the Fenty Foundation shade 335, Estee Lauder 4in for concealer, Set the Face with Fashion Fair, Set It Loose Powder, the shade I wear is Truly Tawny, and I'm looking there because that's where the stuff is that I used already. And Fenty Brow Pencil, and you saw me apply the Tillamook. So we're going to get into these bronzers. We're going to be using the Fenty number 190 bronzing brush. I love this brush, y'all, and you're going to see why when I use it. To use the bronzers as blushes, we're going to use the Fenty 125 brush, and I don't have a pat highlighter. For some reason, our highlighters don't do it for me, but I do have, where the hell is it? That's probably what I heard slide over. or it slid over before and I just didn't realize it. I do have a Haus Labs highlighter, so we're going to just use just that. But let's get into these blushes first though. So we're going to, yo, I'm kind of like, am I really comparing these two? I just want to see if they're going to look the same. I don't like having dupes in my collection, but the good thing is, even if they do look the same, the PAO for the PET products are 18 months. The ones for Haus Labs are 24 months. And so I am still sure to get a lot of use out of all of them. So this is Bronze Divinity from Pat McGrath. So we're going to take the brush in. And I got to make sure I keep the brushes separate. So let me put the other bronzer blush and blush brush over there with the Haus Labs. So this is going to be the Pat side. So I put in, and then tap off. And we're going to start at the hairline, which is something I realized I needed to do because it was always like a gap right here. Like, you'd be surprised. Well, I surprise myself sometimes with when I do things, and then I'll look at the video because I don't notice it when I'm doing the video. And sometimes I don't even notice it when I'm editing. But there's something about watching videos on a 55-inch screen TV. It's just like, oh, damn. Where sometimes I'll do my upper lash line liner, and I'm in the video like, oh yeah, and then I see it on a big screen and I'm like a quarter of an inch away from, not a quarter inch, but I'm like a couple millimeters. Millimeters is liquid, isn't it? Centimeters off of or away from my lash line. And I don't notice those things until I watch the video back and I'm just like, okay, yeah. But anyway, so this is Bronze Divinity. And actually to me, this looks like Deep Level 9. So part of me is wanting to put Deep Level 9 here, or even just putting it here just to see if they blend in together. But then that would mean putting Desert Glow and Medium Level 7 here, and Desert Glow has a sheen to it. So we're just gonna hiccup, excuse me. If you're new here, I hiccup, belch, gurgle every now and then like a little baby. It's unintentional. So excuse me for that. So that is Bronze Divinity. I'm just like, what's these bronzers, y'all? Are they bronzing? Also, what I do with bronzers, almost forgot. I do tap straight in, and this is another reason I love this brush because it's pointed. And I do come along here where my ear is, and I bring it down here. So when I said I use bronzer and contour interchangeably, this is what I mean, because this is usually how you contour. And if I'm using a contour, a product that is a contour, I do the same thing that I'm doing now with this bronzer. So when I say I use them interchangeably, I do. I use them both, excuse me, for the same thing. I'm going to say both, which is really how I say that. But I speak Ebonics and Troll and English. Those are the 3 languages I speak. And depending on how tired I am, sometimes I say things in different accents. I lived in New York for a little while. And when I would come home, well, back to Jersey, my mom would be like, why are you talking like that? I'm like, what? She's like, stop dropping the G's from the end of your words. And I'm like, what? And also my driving was different because I was on Long Island, but then I would visit Manhattan, the city. And driving on the BQE, you either need to get with it or you're going to get run off the road. And so like she'd be in the car like holding on and stuff. I'm like, you making me nervous. Like, just calm down. It's okay. So how I said things changed. My driving was different. And there were times she was like, you need to get a truck. And I'm like, what? So we're going to take Medium Level 7 because this is deeper than Deep 9. And we're going to put this as a bronzer over here. So we just want to see if this combination, if these 2 combinations gives me the same look. That's what I'm really trying to see. So this is Medium Level 7. And this is bronzy. Whereas this, it's looking kind of peachy. I'm like, I'm confused. I'm glad I'm doing this though, because I'm like, what is it with these colors? Because when I just do the cheek situation, a cheek situation is what I call when I use, I feel like I'm talking loud. You know, and I had a few sips of Mountain Dew before I started this video. A cheek situation is what I call when all of your cheek products are from the same brand. And even though this will be a cheek situation, Haus Labs bronzers and highlighter. This side won't be a cheek situation because it'll be Haus Labs highlighter with Pat McGrath bronzers. So you see how this just looks natural. I mean, it does look dark up here though. I need to blend some more. But like this looks so natural. And so does this one, but it's just, you know what it is? It's kind of orangey coppery compared to Haus Labs, the medium level 7. But you see how I still can't go wrong with either one because of how they blend in to my skin tone. There's still a shadow right here. I always thought it was the screen that I would put behind me, but it's not, because when I come to here, I see the shadow from here over. So like, what? Okay, I'm confused. Let me sit over this way. Yeah, that annoys me. My OCD doesn't like that. It's just like things aren't looking the same. This is the brush for the Pat McGrath. So that's over here. Haus Labs is over here. All right, so we're going to close both of those up. Yeah, this is, we're going to take the blush brush, Pat McGrath. This is Desert Glow. It's a bronzer. We're going to tap straight in, and we're going to tap on. These two do look the same, but I mean, it adds a little bit of dimension. So it adds a little, even though it has a shimmer to it, and when you're looking in it, you can see the shimmer in person. It's not showing up on your end. But it does look like an extension of Bronze Divinity. But when you turn, you see, well, maybe because I didn't take the bronze. Well, this side, the bronze is already in. But, I mean, I can tell that it's there. And I can't mess up on this, because it does just look natural. So it's like, and if I do want more color, then I will take an actual blush. I have 2 Pat McGrath blushes, and I'll just put that like right here. But this right here, it's like, okay, that's what we're doing. All right, we're going to take a clean blush brush and go into Deep Level 9 from Haus Labs. I'm trying not to glare you. And we're going to tap in. So this, I like it. It's neutral, it's nice. Now look at this. This is Deep Level 9. Does that not look like Bronze Divinity? And I can't go wrong with this either. And so even above Medium Level 7, don't tell me these, because I don't like dupes in my collection. I will say, I'm hesitating because I'm not by much, but I like the formula of the Haus Labs blushes and bronzers better than Pat McGrath. Just a hair. And I think it's because it's like a creamy formula. And what does this say? The Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. And her blushes say Color Fused blush, but they just blend like so well. But then so does the Pat blushes and bronzers. But it's just something about the Haus Labs bronzers, because they seem to be a little creamy, and even if I put on too much, it blends out well. And even with some of the deeper tones in the blushes, if I go ham, it blends out well. Whereas with the Pat, if I go ham, I need to put on like setting powder or translucent powder, something to blend it out. But just by a hair though. And so if I had to choose, which I don't have to, but if I had to choose, I would choose Haus Labs. So let's look at what we have here. Pat McGrath Bronze Divinity, Pat McGrath Desert Glow. It does really just kind of blend together. It does look a little orangey coppery. Over here, we have Medium Level 7 Haus Labs, Deep Level 9 Haus Labs. So you see how Deep Level 9 is not deeper than Medium Level 7, which threw me off the first time I used it. But just how this all blends in and it looks natural, looks nice, so does this. This, I think, looks more natural because it blends in more with my complexion and my undertone. Whereas this, you can tell, okay, yeah, there's something there. This looks like I was outside on a windy day and the wind was just like pelting me in the face. Or if I had a slight flush. This side looks like this could be just my natural skin every day, all day. You see what I'm saying? And so that's another reason why I do prefer the Haus Labs. Because if I want more color, I can easily get more color. But if I want to look completely like, is it there or not there? This does it for me. And because I like bold eyeshadow looks with a black lip, I don't want my cheeks to be popping because it's too much contrast. Like the eye is here, my lips are here. Okay, that's fine, having them both dark, deep, you know, whatever. But then if this is like bright orange or bright red, it's just like, okay, you look like a clown because it's just like too much color everywhere. But let me know what y'all think. And so they do look different. So it would depend on, you know, what look I want to go for. Do I just want a little bit of color? If so, use both of Pat McGrath's bronzers, one as a bronzer, one as a blush. If I wanted to just look like my skin with just a hint of color, which really it doesn't look like a hint of color because it looks very natural to me, then I would go with the Haus Labs bronzers, one as a bronzer and one as a blush. Yeah. And I will say, this is the Haus Labs. I will say even as a bronzer for the forehead and for down here, the medium level 7 does show up better. This is the Pat McGrath blush. So you can see this here. This is the Bronze Divinity, but it looks like it's there, whereas this side, it just blends in. And a little too much, well, it doesn't blend in on my hairline, but that's my hair. But, yeah, so it's just interesting to me. It's very interesting to me. I hope this was interesting to you. Let me know what you think. We're going to go ahead and put on the Haus Labs highlighter, Golden Pyrite. And this is Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter. I love this formula too. This is like, bam. Sometimes I do have to go back with the brush that I use for my setting powder just to tone it down because I don't want to be seen from space. But Golden Pyrite is described as bronzed gold. And I love a bronzy gold highlighter because my undertone is overall warm. So we're going to just put this right here and that's it. So you see, yeah, that. And I'm only doing twice, tap, 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 tap on both sides, pointy side down. And we're just going to put that right here. Sometimes I go ham and that's when I need to tone it down or feel like I want to tone it down. But this actually, I'm liking it. But I am going to, yeah, I'm going to still take the powder brush. This I like because it's the same shape as the bronzer brush, it's just smaller. But I love the shape of it, I really do. So this is the brush we use for the Fashion Fair Truly Tawny powder. I did not add more powder on the brush, we're just tapping over where we put the highlighter. So let me know your thoughts on what side you prefer. Do you agree with my assessment that they both look natural? But this just is like an orangey coppery something or other, and this is more natural. This looks like this is my skin. So now I'm like, But when I do looks though, this doesn't look this orangey coppery. And I think because I'm distracted by everything else that's going on with the eyes and the face but I do like it, and I do like this highlighter too. So that's going to be it for this video, but let me know what you think. If you have Pat McGrath bronzers, let me know your thoughts on them. If you have Haus Labs bronzers, let me know your thoughts on that. If you had to choose, but you don't, which would you prefer? And not necessarily looking at what I did, but like for yourself, like which formula do you like better? I'm anticipating a lot of Pat McGrath because, you know, Pat McGrath can do no wrong in some people's eyes, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but to put anything above Pat is like, oh, girl, what is wrong with you? Clutch your pearls. But, yeah, this to me just looks extremely natural, like they're not their makeup. This is like, yeah, something there. Still cute, though. I like it. I do. I like them both. Right now, they're all keepers. They're all keepers. And they all still have a lot of life left in them. A lot of life left in them. So I will be using these and keep these in my rotation. So thank you for watching. Yeah, I really do hope this was as interesting to you as it was to me. Because when I do my face and I put stuff on, I don't really look at, oh wow, this is orangey coppery. Oh yeah, this is more tan, neutral, you know, warm, whatever, you know what I mean? But just doing this side by side, it's just like, whoa. Because I'm really just seeing the colors. And even though I did try them when I first got them in a video, a try on haul video, whatever it was, just seeing it in comparison, it's just like, so how I use these is how I will use both of these, because I was on the fence for a while of whether or not to keep deep level 9 because it was not deeper than medium level 7, because I was wanting one that was actually going to bronze me. But I do like this situation though. I really do. Very natural. So yeah, we're really going to go now because I can just keep going on and on because I'm just kind of like, wow. So let me know your thoughts below. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you're still here, thumbs up the video. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.